Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and it's August 24th, 2020. It is I Am 911 Day. And yes, I did just go live without any warning. Seems to be kind of the norm lately, right? I hope all of you are doing very well. I am back from being out of state, getting some work done with the amazing people over at the Denise Amber Lee Foundation. I got a chance to visit with my family. If you didn't check out Open Mic Live last week, make sure to check out the replay. My mom was my surprise guest, and that was a lot of fun. It was excellent. I would like to welcome all of you once again, just to for joining me here. I'm going to be talking about a few things, and I see this eyelash like on the side of my eye. There's always something, right? Oh man. But yeah, August 24th, I am 911 day. 2016, um, the evening of that day, I was sitting there watching what was going on between, the big 911 organizations going back and forth trying to raise awareness on the reclassification issue. And I remember wanting to do something different and uh, inserted myself into this battle. And what started as a way to raise the awareness for reclassification and such, by showing, by using the power of storytelling, showing what all of you do on a daily basis, the stress that you go to, that you're not just answering the phone, that you're there with that caller every single moment. You're calm, cool, and collected, but in the back of your minds, you're freaking out with them. But it's up to you, right? It's up to you to stay focused and get everyone help. Get the help out there. Make sure everyone comes back home safe. Everything. You do an amazing job, and I'm proud, not only of all of you, but to be able to take part in this and to have been there for 13 and a half years doing the same thing as well. And it's a job that I will always love. And everyone there will always be my family. You're all my family. And so everything has there's been so much that has happened, since then. Um for for a little more history on the entire movement, as well as a little history on myself. um EMS one ended up getting a hold of me a couple years back, a few years back actually, and wanted me to write a piece for them. And I wrote something which really could be part of my own book. And I might actually do that. So here I'm going to put um, this link in the comments here, right into the chat. And if you want any more information, a little more history on the movement, as well as myself, where I come from, where I started in dispatch in Florida, and then moved back home, you can check out that link there. There's tons of information there. There's also, different IM 91 stories. The one that I used, that I started out, one of my own calls, and a lot more information in there. And if you have been sending messages, if you've been sharing stories, amazing. Thank you so much for continuing to share stories for the I Am 911 movement. Again, it started in 2016. It continues today. We receive stories all the time. We don't want you to ever stop, because this has been an outlet. What started as a reclassification way to raise awareness to that issue quickly turned into peer support. You know, People started to find out, realize really that we're not alone in what is going on. We're not the only ones, and that it's okay to not be okay. So many things has happened. Imagine Listening came out of this as well, a form of peer support where 911 dispatchers and call takers come together and share their I Am 911 stories, no matter what story it is. And those sessions are powerful. Um, a lot of tears, but it's good because we were healing. We've been healing together and finding some sort of closure and being there and supporting each other. It's been amazing. And of course, after we share those stories, we have open mic where we share all the funny and outrageous, the lighter side of dispatch. And that too is so amazing. It has been excellent. And I can't thank you all enough for sharing your stories, for having the courage to do so and to continue to do what it is that you do every day. You're amazing, all of you. The most vital piece of public safety. Again, a lot has happened since then. And when I had first posted that meme with my story on it, and I asked all of you to share as well, I had no idea that it was going to become as big um, as it has, and it's just been so good for everyone. Now, what I was starting to say is that everything that's been going on today, I have a lot of notifications. So if I haven't had a chance to get back to you, I apologize. Last night I was up late working till about 1 in the morning on something that I'm going to tell you about today. And up until, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago, how long have we been live? 6 minutes ago. So about that long, um, up until that moment, I've been busting my ass all day um, because of something that I want to share with you. And if I look like shit, like I haven't had any sleep, I haven't. I have not had that much sleep because I've been trying to work on all of this and get a lot of pieces put together on what I'm going to tell you about here shortly. Um, but again, I just wanted to say, if you sent in messages, if you sent in stories, we are getting to them. My admin team has been putting out stories today, and I've got some that have come into email as well as the inbox on Facebook. And there's, I don't know, about 30 notifications for Twitter. So if you tweeted me, I apologize. And Lucy says, "Ha, you look emotionally exhausted." Yes, kind of. I usually laugh like this, but I think I'm a little manic. But it's good. It's good. I love doing this, and I wouldn't change it, man. Not at all. Because just playing a little part in all of this that you do on a daily basis is just, it's amazing. So thank you again for everything that you do. And tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on Crowdcast, we are going to be doing an Imagine Listening session. And I want to share this really quick for those who have not seen it. So here we go. And of course, I just got a new computer, so I got to open up a bunch of different things to make sure that um, my camera and all is allowed to use and share certain things. So let me give my computer permission really quick, which is kind of funny. And there we go. Imagine your brother wanting to kill himself. Imagine handing him a gun to show him how crazy the thought of it sounds. He takes that gun and shoots himself in the head in front of you. Now imagine your 911 listening to the aftermath of a tragic mistake. This is what it's like within the trenches. Now, registration is already up. When I put this up originally, um, all of the spots were taken, I don't know, within hours. It was already taken up. And a lot of people had said, if anybody cancels, please let me know. And because I want to take part in this. So I did open up more spots. I opened up 100 more, and I think there's about 50 left. So there's the link for the Imagine Listening session tonight. So, how this is going to work, we're going to go on. It's going to be kind of how you see it right now with me on the screen and sharing stories. If you share a story, if you come on screen with me and you share a story, you will earn yourself one of these I Am 901 challenge coins. It's the only way is if you come on screen with me. Um, usually in person, it's whether you say it out loud or you write it down so that I can say it for you. And virtually, this is a little different. So this is how this is going to work. Again, that is 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, and it's going to be in Crowdcast. So the link is in the comments there. Again, there's about 50 spots left. I'm going to cut off the spots when there's probably about 10 minutes or so before everything starts. But again, and it's only an hour long. So for the first 30 minutes is where we'll be sharing I Am 901 stories. And if you come on screen and you share one, you will get one of these. Now, the time might go longer because there's a lot of people that are going to be in there. And if more people want to share, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue to share. But then we end it. The last half of Imagine Listening will be Open Mic Live. I won't be giving anything for Open Mic Live, but Open Mic Live, of course, is where we share all of the funny stories. Now, you can share funny stories in the comments, and I'll read them on there, or you can come on screen with me, and you'll be able to share a story that way as well. Now, I also have I Am 901 official I Am 901 pins. So those who are going to be in attendance will end up getting one of those as well. So I look forward to seeing all of you there, those who have registered. And if this works out good, this is the first time doing it virtually. And if it works out well, then I'll do another one. But I'm excited to be with all of you tonight. And just people asking questions, not just audio then. Yeah, so when you go on, when you come on, it's going to see your face right away. You can turn your camera off. You can turn your camera off, and we can just do the audio. But all I was saying was that when you come on, the camera will be on automatically. So it'll be up to you how you want to do that piece. So either way, it's going to be good. And I can't wait to have all of you on there. And Imagine Listening. I got to get prepared myself. But again, it's going to be excellent. And thank you so much for all the support for myself, for the network, for the I Am 901 movement, especially today. Man, August 24th. Who would have thought? But it's because of all of you sharing your stories and the job that you do every single day that this happened, that people have a better understanding on what it is that you do every single day because you were sharing your stories. That's that power of storytelling. It's funny how one little snippet of a call that you took can open the eyes of millions around the world. Literally around the world. So thank you again for everything that you do. And I look forward to seeing you all at the Imagine Listening session tonight. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Crowdcast. Now, the other thing, the other thing that that I've been working on, that I've been busting my ass on, and if there's some typos, I apologize. I'll go back and fix them later. Because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, okay? Um, but let me play this for you first, and we'll go from there because I've got something for you.
Are we back?
Oh yeah. So again, I know you've seen it before. It's just a little teaser for Dare to Be Great 2. Dare to Be Great 2020 free fall virtual conference, and it's going to be October 6th through the 9th. And Tracy, yes, I did add the time zone. That time zone has been added, and guess what? I just clicked on the button to put the blog post out for registration. That's right. Registration is now officially live. And I am going to put this link over in another spot as well, because now it's going to go. Oh man, I got notifications coming up. You could probably hear that one. I'm going to post this now across my entire social media network. We've got this cool service that I use called Hootsuite, and it does it all at the same time. So that is excellent. So there you go. I just posted Dare to Be Great 2020 free fall virtual conference. The information is up. Make sure to check the conference housekeeping. The very first one in there and in bold is telling you that all of these times are Eastern time zone. And there's much more in there as well. And there's no limit on viewing or seating or anything like that. We are also currently working on getting the conference certified so that you can get continuing education credits. We're trying to do that in as many states as possible. We're starting out with Michigan and continuing on. One of my admins posted on the podcast page how many states out there have requirements, and a lot of you answered. So we need to get that information to see when or what all is available there. But if you scroll down to the bottom of the post that I just put out there, and let me see here, I'm going to put the link in the comments here as well. There it is. Bam. All right. So now you have the link to go out there, and if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see the complete list of speakers and sponsors. And as more of them end up being added, because there are still more spots for sponsors and such, they will be added to this page as well. I'm also going to be doing something a little different here, but you will be able to check out every single session and speaker that's going to be coming up, kicking off the the conference for conference speakers is going to be Halcyon Frank and Sarah Weston, and they're going to be doing a session. I won't say what the session is because they I think they have something planned as well, but they are doing something together, and it is going to be excellent. I cannot wait for that session as well. So I do have to say really quick, Charlotte, if you are watching right now, kudos to you. Charlotte, I'm not going to say her last name, but Charlotte, I noticed earlier today because I put registration up last night, actually. I don't know if anybody who actually follows me on Crowdcast saw it or if you got a notification or anything, but I posted registration last night and didn't tell anyone because I was going to do this today. And about, I don't know, maybe around 11:30 noon earlier today, I saw that someone named Charlotte ended up following me on Crowdcast, and a few moments after that, they registered for the Dare to Be Great conference, and I thought, oh man, that's awesome. Well, I have to give her a shout out and say, kudos, well done. You found that before anybody else. But it's up there. It's up there now. Again, that's where we're starting out with Halcyon and Sarah. Next up, we have Joe Serio from the 360-degree dispatcher. He's doing a session called Culture Eats Vision for Lunch, the core of creating a great comm center. We have Dr. Michelle Lilly from 911 Recovers. She is doing a Dare to Be Today, and this session looks like it's going to be excellent. Also, on each one of these promo pieces, there are the eastern part is in there for the time zone. Next up, we've got Tanya Lee with Evans Care, and she's doing a session called Why You Matter. This is going to be an excellent one. Also, Samantha Sturgis, dispatch supervisor, Fenton PD out of Michigan. She is doing a session called Self-Care During a Pandemic. And yes, I'm going to be going through all of these because I want you to hear about what you're going to be getting into. You can also go and look there as well. You can do that. Tracy Eldridge, good friend. She is with Rapid SOS and also the host and creator of On Scene First with Tracy Eldridge. Make sure to check out the stuff that she's doing with that, like her page and all. She's doing a session on, and these first ones that I'm mentioning, this is pre-con stuff. This is pre-con session, but it's a full boat. Usually when there's pre-con, there's like, 2 classes and it's all day. Well, this one is different. So it's called Oh Bother, Why Bother? Leadership Through Childhood Eyes. So that is going to be another one, an excellent one. And then to cap off the day will be Tony Harrison from the Public Safety Group, and he's doing a session called Shots Fired, and another excellent one. All of these sessions are excellent. It's going to be good. And then the official day one, October 7th, of the conference, keynote speaker Karima Holmes is going to be talking about transformational leadership in emergency communication centers. I'm excited for all of these. So if I get a little giddy, that's why. And then following up, Karima is going to be Rosa Ramos, and she's manager with Alameda County Regional ECC out of California. She's doing a session called The Squeaky Wheel Gets the Grease, How to Speak the Language of Your Administrators So You Can Be Heard and Understood. All about that one right there. And then we're going to cap the day off with one that I could probably use right now. And probably tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But it's going to be Luz Martinez, and she's with Dispatch Wellness, and her session is called Dare to Get Rest. And yeah, I could definitely use that one right now. I might take a nap before the session tonight, I think. On the 8th, day 2, we're going to be starting out the day with keynote speaker. Actually, before those, on day 2 and on day 1, there are actually vendor sessions that are going to be going on. Now, that information is going to be coming up as well as soon as I get that in, but I wanted you to have all the information for the main conference speakers and the keynote speakers. So keynote speaker on the second day is going to be Tyrell Morris, and he's the executive director with Orleans Parish Communications District. His session is called Leadership is Not for the Weak, but for the Brave. Following him up is going to be a good buddy, Doug Showalter with Showalter and Company, and he's doing a session called Lead, Follow, or Move Out of My Way. Following up, Doug is going to be a special session with Nathan Lee and Josh Fonseca, both from the Denise Amber Lee Foundation, and they're doing a session called Face That Fire: The Journey After Traumatic Events. There's so much information. Each one of those sessions has um, the um, the summary and everything that goes along with each one of those. So again, make sure to check out that link so that you can see everything that you've got coming up for Dare to Be Great 2020 Fall Virtual Conference. Following them up is going to be Pam Apoka and JC Ferguson. They're both with they're co-chairs of the NINA Wellness Group, and they're going to be doing a session called Peer Support, Team Development, Implementation, and Oversight. And then capping the day off is going to be my good friends Chloe Porter and Christine Bannister, and representing Waukesha County Communications out of Wisconsin. And they're going to be doing a session together. This is Christine and her daughter Chloe. The first time I saw this, Chloe was 14. She's now 16. So the age has changed in the title, but it's called Growing Up 911: Parenting Advice from a 16-Year-Old. And it's one that you will not want to miss. Now, on the last day, on day 3, our keynote speaker kicking it all off is going to be the always awesome Jameson PV House, training coordinator, Tennessee Emergency Communications Board, and his session is called Knowing Great Enthusiasms, the Great Devotions. One you do not want to miss. Following him up is going to be Melissa Alterio. She's Director of Emergency Communications with Roswell PD out of Georgia, doing a session called How to Deal with Negativity and Improve Morale in the Workplace. Gonna dig that one. I needed that back in the day when I was still in dispatch. We had a time where morale was down, negativity was there, and we got out of it. But I think this session would have been good for all of us. Following her up is Nicole Janey, and she's ECC supervisor with Chelsea Management, or Chelsea Emergency Management. And her session is called Shots Fired: Breaking the Silence on PTSD, Peer Support, and Resiliency. Now, this this session, I saw this session at the NINA SBP conference this past January, and wow, I was blown away. One you do not want to miss. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but wow, it's really good. Make sure to register and check that out. Following up Nicole is going to be Hank Hunt, president of the Carrie Hunt Foundation, and his session, A Daughter's Cry, goes unanswered. Another one, very powerful. Every one of these are powerful sessions. Ones, again, that you won't want to miss. Following up Hank is going to be Leslie Whittam, NINA instructor. She's doing a session called Teaching the Adult Learner, Answering the Why. And then we have Matt Grogan with the Denise Amber Lee Foundation, and he's doing a session called 22 Words. And this, oh man, there's a promo video that comes along with this one that I'm sure he will be sharing soon. And it's a good one. I'll just read some of the summary here that goes along with it. Just this first part here. It's a quote, and it says, "Dispatch, we got a large crowd running from the music festival down here. Do you have reports of anything? Sounds like gunfire." And it deals with those 22 words, everything that happened during the 1 October Las Vegas shooting. So another powerful session right there. And then we've got a session that's going to be going on from We Speak Dispatch. And this is going to be a panel type session, and it's called A 911 Journey. I believe there's going to be 3 panelists, 4 panelists actually total. The 4th one will not be announced until that day. And then to cap the day off is going to be Don Jones, dispatch manager with Sonoma County Sheriff's Office, and his session is called Tubbs Fire and the Impact on the dispatch center. Excellent, excellent sessions, every single one of them. There's also going to be Diamond sponsor speakers that are going to be going on. We're going to have the After the Greatness live broadcast on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, where we have each one of them come on. We're going to recap the day's sessions and just kind of talk about what they're doing and go from there. It's going to be lighthearted, it'll be fun. Same thing we did last time, and it is going to be excellent. So Diamond sponsors that I can mention right now are In Digital, Rapid Deploy, as well as Evans Care. Thank you so much for being Diamond sponsors. We've got a gold sponsor, which is the Denise Amber Lee Foundation. Silver sponsors that are Rapid SOS, Agency 360, and 911 Gold Line Training. So there are still spots open for from gold through bronze for sponsors. And let me turn off my notifications. There we go. Do not disturb. I always forget that. I always forget to turn that off there. And Joy says karaoke after parties. I mean, we probably could. We could probably pull that off, right? We might be able to do something like that. So who knows? We'll see what happens. But that's everything that's going on right now. And then you've got the vendor hall, which is going to be the vendor hall sessions that are going on, where you will also get different sessions from those technology and training organizations to bring you even more continuing education and knowledge. So I'm excited, very excited. And all of this information is up now. Again, make sure to go and check it out. There's a lot more to come on the website. There's going to be even more information that gets put up there. More promos are going to be shared. Promos meaning these the images that I've created for each one of the speakers and their information that they'll be able to put out there, and they will be sharing as well. So I hope you're excited for Dare to Be Great 2020 coming in the fall, which really isn't that far away. It's going to go by really fast, really fast. So make sure to check out the links, everything that that's going to be provided, a whole list of stuff, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Got much to do, lots of work, but it is going to be good. If you enjoyed the first one, just wait for this one. We're going to dare to be greater. So thank you all for joining me for just this, short 30-minute live broadcast. And so we could, talk a little bit about IM 911 Day, how it started, putting out some of that information out there on a little bit of the history, as well as having, all of you really join us for the Imagine Listening session that's going to be happening tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Crowdcast. Again, from what I saw before, there's about 50 spots left. And I will be cutting those spots off about 10 minutes beforehand. So make sure that you get in there because there's no one can register after that. This is a special private type session. There won't be a multicast. It won't go over Facebook or anything else. It's going to be for us in that moment in time on Crowdcast. So thank you all very much again for the job that you do every single day is the most vital piece of public safety, for just everything, the support, for sharing your stories, and the I Am 911 movement continues. There's still much to do. Keep doing what you do. I am proud of every single one of you, and I just thank you for, the support and allowing me to be part of this. A small part in everything that you do. I enjoy sharing all of these stories because it's in these stories that we're able to heal and gain some sort of closure, but also at the same time educating the public, those out on the road, and showing them what it is that you do as first responders of 911. It's amazing. So thank you all once again, and I'm going to let you go. I'm going to finish up a little bit of work that I have here, maybe take a cat nap, and I will see you all for the Imagine Listening session tonight at 8 on Crowdcast. Have an excellent one, and I will get to all of my notifications and continue sharing all of those stories. Have a good one, and I will talk to you all soon. Cheers.